So this is going to be the video I promised of how to tuck your long hair up under a wig cap and a short wig. Um, I wanted some of the acoustics to stay pretty well in here, so only one of my blanket curtains is open, and that's why it is relatively dark in here. And I also apologize that the one short wig that I have immediate access to is a dark colored wig. But otherwise, as you can tell, I do have long hair. I have a lot of baby fine hair at that. And so whenever you begin, you'll need one of these netted wig caps that's open on two sides because spread it apart like so. Pull it down over your head. And getting to be I realize that getting to be as fast as I've gotten by doing this a lot is one of those things that just seriously takes a lot of practice. So what I'm doing here is grabbing a handful of my hair the same way you would if you were starting a ponytail, and I tuck it in like so, and then I drag this up very, very slowly to grab as much of the baby hairs as possible. And as you can see, I did a pretty decent job there for going slower than I'm used to explain it. Then I use a bobby pin, and you use the netting part of this and of wigs to keep them in place better. And after you do the adjustment for how you want your wig to sit by putting the hooks in, which are already on the inside. If you've ever seen one of these, you know what I'm talking about. These guys. That's what they're for, in case you don't know. I have them adjusted, and I put on wigs by trying to actually demonstrate it with only one camera and one shot. Difficult, but I have it spread apart pretty far. I pull it on like so, and then I use basically just my thumbs up under it to actually adjust where it's sitting and how. It may take a couple of tries, like I cosplay at most of the cons I go to when I am not working them, and sometimes you get results like this and we'll have to try it a second time. And again, I do this cosplay at every con I go to when I'm not working it, or if I have like an entire day off from work for it. And that time it actually sat a little better, yay. But then afterwards you would basically need to brush it out because this wig is now a mess. And I'm one of those people who babies her wigs. They have their own shampoo, their own tub, they have their own spray and conditioner, and I have like 5 different combs that I use for them depending on their length and texture and so on and so forth. And so that's how you would do putting on a wig with your long hair. And just so I can see better, it's really hard to do this with glasses on, so they were off. But otherwise, if you have really long hair, like longer than mine, or you have like really, really thick, coarse hair, you can use multiples of the netted wig caps. So you can, in fact, just use multiple bobby pins to just keep pinning them down. There's where my others went. One of the other notes I like to do as well, because these are netted, whenever I want it to just really stay in place, I will use a bobby pin and put it down like through, especially in discrete spots like near your ears and such. And especially if you're going to be doing cosplays that include photo shoots and a lot of movement, like whenever I do crom, I oftentimes end up with doing a little bit of movement, not as much like running and jumping as other cosplays, but it's like it does usually involve a lot of moving around, and you really don't want your wig to move during the day unless you want to make 50 trips to the bathroom just to check your wig and makeup. But regardless, and the other thing I'm going to digress on is all of my glue sticks have disappeared, and I use them for actually matching my eyebrow color to the wig. So what you would do is just take one of the clear, dry glue sticks and just on your eyebrow, both sides, wait 30 seconds or so or until it feels dry, and then you take either eyeshadow or eyeliner that matches your wig and you would just apply it. Works pretty easily because it hardens it to the point where you can just draw on. And I'm a weird perfectionist like that, so I tend to do that with all but white wigs because I can never get it to look good with white. But otherwise, that's my ramblings about wig care, putting them on, and so on and so forth.